Hey guys, it's Johnny here. I'm just doing a bit of practice on the chess.com website, just getting used to the interface. I'm playing 1-0 matches. I'm up against Samuel H here. Quite a quick opponent. So I made in one here. I've got that. So earlier this morning I had a go at playing the qualifier. Yes, so I was saying I played the fifth qualifier this morning. I'd already qualified in the first qualifier, but getting a bit of practice in. I figured I'd get a little bit more practice in while I'm here. And I can tell you there's going to be some serious competition on the day of the main event. There were a lot of strong players that joined the qualifier. A number of strong players that didn't actually make it through the qualifier. Okay. Alright, I've got 20 seconds here, so I've got to start motoring. Okay, looking for an accurate finish here. Go. Okay. I'm up against the King's Indian. Trying to push quite aggressively here. Open up this file if I can. Alright, let's keep the king secure. Okay, I've got a critical break here now with the file opened up. Could take the queen. I'll take the queen instead. Let's get another queen into the game. The bishop at e8 there was to seal off the king from c6. Okay, question on the channel, Freddy GF, he says, Have Naka or MVL or other super GMs ever played Crazyhouse on record? If they do participate in the main event, won't they simply get crushed by more experienced players? No, I believe that Naka and MVL have both played some Crazyhouse themselves. Obviously, being super GMs in chess, it's not their only focus. But no, they're not completely unfamiliar with the game. They know the rules. They've played some matches. Okay, my opponent here is just trying to put up some solid defense around his king. I want to look to try to undermine that gradually. Don't mind if some trades come off here, so I can try to penetrate. Knight takes f3 would be a dangerous capture here. Meanwhile, I'm quite solid back at home. Fred AGF, while you're here, can I just ask stream quality's like at the moment? That'd be much appreciated if you can give me a bit of feedback. Had some issues earlier this morning with the stream. I'm going to try to come through the back, so I've got 10 seconds left here. Oh, nearly lost that one on time. Okay, Fred AGF says quality is great, however the chessboard could be a bit larger. Yeah, I'm actually trying to go with a smaller chessboard than the full screen. Maybe I need to change what the video capture sets up with, but it's a little bit easier for me to move quicker with a smaller board. Joke, Siazeki says, am I one of the lucky 3 viewers? You deserve more viewers, Justin. Thanks for that. So knight f6 is a defense here. Alright, let's be aggressive. Perhaps pawn at f7 first was a better move. This is also very dangerous for black though. King f8, bishop g7 mates. Now queen h7 is the next threat. Okay, we've got an original position here with this b4 opening. I've played f6 early to prevent this diagonal being too big a threat later. Okay, so now I've got this g3 weakness I'd like to try to hit. Oh, nice. Defends every piece. rather than play pawn at d5, I'm going to back off the king. Let's go for g3 and f2. So black is considerably safer here, just because white has this bishop running down, but it's going to be hard to break through f6 and g7. It's going to consolidate f4, a stronghold in the position at the moment. Now I've got to start moving. Okay, got an open file, making a little bit of progress here. Okay, just looking to move quickly. Cover f8, backhand home base. Not winning on time. Okay, good game here. So there's been a piece sacrifice on d4. I'll try to keep black at bay. And I've got to find a good square for my queen as well, because if I retreat to d1, there's potential pawn to d2 threats. Okay, knight at f7 is now very dangerous. Picking up the queen. Knight at f6 could be something at some stage. Covering d4 here. Got a bit of strange development with this knight out h6. Just keeping a solid position here, developing. And then I'm just trying to gradually progress my pawns up the board. Let's see if we can make anything out of this. Okay, at some stage I need to get into black's position, white's position rather. G3 is a potential way in with the knights. Try to make that happen. Yeah, meanwhile my opponent ran out of time. Okay, got a knight in on d6, so let's try to hit the king while it's a bit off balance. Nothing completely decisive yet, but just got some weaknesses to hit. Castle first, get some safety. So let's undermine the defense of the black king here. Got rook at g8, mate. Need another diagonal piece. Yeah, so king e8, knight at f6, yeah, king g7, bishop at f6, mate. Freddie GF, he says that John Lee. Have you ever tried playing a longer time control in Crazyhouse? I could imagine the variations would just explode in number very quickly and have to rely on intuition like in Go. Yes and no. I mean, so I've played longer time controls, not really much longer than 5 minutes, but yeah, the possibilities don't necessarily blow out as large as you might think, because in some cases there's placing pieces on the board means you can force checks quicker. So sometimes the tree collapses in size because of that. Alright, so we've got balanced position here. I'm trying to break through, make something on the dark squares. My opponent's blundered a pawn on d4. So I've got to try to keep pushing now. Oh, he didn't want much more of that game. So if king takes, I've got knight and f5. Trying to take first. Maybe I'll take the bishop. Now knight at g4 is tricky because it takes knight h6 and then the queen would check as well. Trying to lock up the king here. Okay. So in preparation for this main event, the Crazyhouse Chess.com Crazyhouse Championship, I think remaining practical is quite important. So a bit of 1 minute is probably good to keep the mind active and approach the game practically. It's not easy to defend against this one. Rook at h1 is the main threat. If Queen d5 here, there's capture on knight c7, picking up some material. My plan's simple here. It's pawn h6, pawn g7, and rook at h8. Trying to make that happen. Playing knight at e5 here just to prevent the king from coming out. The simplest way to achieve checkmate. So at h8 is unavoidable mate now. Okay, so the king's a little bit in the open here. Bit of a target to hit. So from here I want to try to keep my king safer than my opponent's. Grind out on pins that exist. So I can't blow my opponent up just yet. Be a bit more patient with it. But we'll just keep mounting pressure on the pins. Yeah, I need to start moving. Low on the clock, not thrilled with how I'm trying to convert this one now. So rook at g2 and knight at f2 is the mate threat. Okay, being a bit optimistic here with a sacrifice, picking up a couple pawns. Gonna pick up a couple more. Yeah, standing slightly better on material here to increase that advantage. Okay, let's just make sure I don't get mated here. Fend off the potential attacks. Keep the pace up. At some stage I'll get the counter attack. Whoops. Let the king slip out here. Okay, a bit of a fancy mate at the end there. To keep playing the checks till we found it. Now, I've got to be careful of Queen G7 here. Sometimes there can be a sack and then knight at H5 check. I've avoided that correctly. If knight at D5, I'm planning on playing Queen H4 now. Also a knight at E2 check. So I picked up a bit of material here. Opponent's defending gallantly here. Knight at G6 could have been something dangerous. Let's try to wrap this up. So here I'm just trying to alleviate the pressure on this diagonal to begin with. And now this pawn on f4 is the only pawn in my half. So try to get rid of that. Maybe be more aggressive with rook f7. Okay. It's good just to get settled in. Played a few of these matches. Got an extra rook here, so I want to make some aggression on the back rank. Oh, this is mate now. Okay. Alright, at the end of this game, this will be 20 matches, so I might try to find a new opponent. So here, queen at a8 is a mate threat after the block recapture. If takes, queen at a8, also strong there. Oh, in fact, here I had queen at a8 and knight at e7 anyway. Okay, I'm going to go back to the pool and see if I can find a new opponent. Alright, if you've not heard about it yet, you should certainly have a look at the chess.com website. There's a big Crazyhouse event that they're hosting. There's a $2,000 prize fund. It's taking place on 10th December. There's qualifiers running from now up until then. Okay, we've got Schoolmeister here. This is known as Opper Wesen from Lee Chess. So this is a very strong player. He's only picked up the game during this year, and he's learnt the game very well. So this is an IM, and new to Crazyhouse, but absolutely picking it up in a good way. Alright, let's try to hit on G3. pinned at the moment. So yeah, neither player can really make a big move on progress just yet. I think his plan is to play bishop at c3 with a sack. So I think White's a bit better here. Got some work to do now. Try to keep my king secure while making some progress. Trying to make it work with all the minor pieces. His majors get in, but he's too short on time now. I think black is actually stronger in the position as well. Okay, should have some good matches here. Okay, interesting position. I've left this knight here, not recaptured it for a few moves. Trying to establish some initiative. I will capture this one now. Don't mind if he plays knight c3 because it opens up the f6 square. Okay, I need to get aggressive, I think. Yeah, he may even be better leaving this knight alone. Decided to capture it. Make sure I don't get attacked too quickly. Alright, I'm getting into the dark squares now. Let's try to finish this effectively. Okay. This is a line both of us are familiar with. Played this against each other a number of times. Always seem to come up with something new though. Just cutting off this important diagonal here. Bishop g7 was a mate threat. Now after this. Ooh. Now I'm going to need to take that. I need to be careful here. Knight at h5 could be quite dangerous. Yeah, my king's too open now. Both sides do have to be careful. There's a lot of attack potential for either of us. Let's dodge the checks. Somehow keeping my king safe in the open. Let's take this. And knight at h3 is a mate threat now. Pretty sharp. That's a good game there. I think I need to move a bit quicker here. Yeah, I don't like my opening particularly. Some problems to resolve here. I'm concerned I'm dropping a little bit too much material. Oh, it's gonna get ugly. Oh, there's a queen b2 mate I missed. Just got outplayed there. Okay, this is good training, good practice. Alright, let's get aggressive. Build the queen out this way. So really hammering the light squares now. The bishop at e6 is a good move to cover h3, gives a bit more defense. Keep harassing the queen and make use of this file. g3 is a dangerous threat. If I keep applying pressure here, it's going to be difficult to defend. Alright, let's see if we can make anything quickly on this f7 weakness. It's defending well. Oh, I've got to be careful I'm not getting mated now. Alright. I was just looking at knight at d3, and sometimes there can be a multiple piece sacrifice. Okay, we've got balance on material, so now got to find a way to activate the pieces. Uh-oh, knight b3 is not ideal. Oh, I'm worse off here, that's for sure. Try to consolidate. Things are getting ugly for me. My opponent has all the cards. Oh, bishop e3. Yeah, well played by my opponent there. Okay. Okay, there's a new opening position. I've not seen this before. I'll start with the queen here, pick up a couple bishops. Didn't see this coming. Makes life a bit harder, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Then this way. No, this isn't good at all. Oh, my days are numbered. Knight at b5 is coming. Too strong there, too strong. Okay, let's go again. I missed the pawn at g6 move. That was too strong with the queen in hand for white. Okay, we're heading down this path again. I'm not sure this is adequate compensation. Or queen at d1 even could be mate. Yeah, I think queen at d1 was an opportunity earlier, not as much now. Gotta play this to defend. Keep the attack going. Gonna run out of pieces, unfortunately. Yes, I have. I needed one more pawn. Okay, lost a string of games there. Got some good sharp matches. Okay, he's got to find a good square for his queen. Well, I can try to start attacking. Alright, he's gonna have to dance a bit. King e2 looks reasonable. Defending gallantly here, not making it easy. I have not found the path to win yet. Yeah, in the end, it was time pressure which got to me. Actually doing better on the position. Squandered it. Okay, knight at f6 coming. Something for my opponent to think about. Okay, let's try to make progress. Yeah, not so straightforward to convert this game. Okay, here we go. Wonder if that helps him more than me. Well, we'll see. Secure the king a little more. Lots to play for both sides here. It's unclear how to proceed. I'm going to try to hit this g2 pawn, trap the queen. I'll let the cat out of there. Bishop at h5 is still winning the queen if he goes to f7. So it's fine that this bishop leaves its post. Now my king looks a bit safer than his. Pawn f3 is my way in. Let's keep it sharp. Let's keep it sharp. Let's hit. Good games here. So black slightly better here. Slight material advantage. Got to try to keep some weakness on g7, or else I have to claim that I'm worse. Okay. I think black's untangling himself very well here. I think this pawn should just be captured. That's correct. So my initiative is dissipated now. Find some practical avenues. The knight at h6 is what I'm looking at. Getting ugly. Oh, lost it on time. Didn't quite get the rook onto h8. Okay, playing through quite a balanced position here. This is interesting. Go this way. Just getting outplayed on the material here. Just trying to remain compact. I need to try to undermine the defense on this diagonal. Otherwise, win material elsewhere. It's going to keep a lot around my king. Make it difficult to come in. Okay, here we go. Trying to strike hard here. The knight of seven's coming. I've got to try to make it work in my favour. It's the win. Yeah, there we have it. I'm happy with the way I played that one. Yeah, c7 is weak here. This looks like trouble for black. Because queen d5, knight at c7 is the trick. He had to resign it after 5 moves. I'll try to sneak in. I'll pawn at f2 here, but I don't want to play it just yet. A bit risky leaving g7 open. I have to cover both g7 and e3. We'll allow this. I'm only allowing this because after all the captures, my rook covers f5. See if we can create something. Trouble is white's a bit too safe here. I'm going to have to play quite desperately to open something up. A queen trap, so I got some material coming back. Oh dear, I've left this open. Yeah, pawn g, knight f4. My knight's covering. Still a game from here. No, he's got me. I left it open with pawn at f6. It's that sharp. I left an opportunity. Grab f5. Not sure if I played that one right at the end there. I'm living dangerously here. I don't feel comfortable. If knight f3 check, I've got bishop f3 to defend against the mate. This is giving some cover in the third rank, but also hitting b8 as a threat. Oh, I'm having to choose these kinds of moves. Not ideal. Now hitting the queen and trying to cover d3 again, because he's defended both b8 and d3. I'll cash in. Can't allow rook at d1. Oh dear. I've allowed something else. So knight f2, king c2, queen d3 is mate. If I take this, knight f2, king c2, queen d3 mate, so I've had to run up. The only way to survive. Now I've got to dance. Oh, happy to win that one. I used up lives like a cat there. A cat has 9 lives. All very sharp here. What's important in this position? Yeah, I think I need to cover h5. That's where the knight's going to penetrate. Maybe even this pawn shouldn't be captured. It's wasting time. I have to get in with bishop h3. I feel like white's stronger here. Holding on to a position that's not preferable. Yeah, this is too difficult to hold, I think. Oh, yuck. Too good, too good. So black just has a space advantage here. I've not really achieved much out of the opening. Oh, I assume that knight was meant to land on h4. It doesn't make sense otherwise. So I'm bearing down on the e7 square now. Up this one. Got in behind him. Let's finish this accurately by cutting off c6. Queen at e7 was going to finish. Right. I'm going to have to wrap this up shortly. Got some things to do. So I'm calling it last 2 games now. Parting with my queen here and relying on enough time to get safe. Ooh, okay, I'm going to have to defend now. If I take the queen, bishop at g7 will make me. So I've got to stop capturing pieces for a moment after the king. Oh, mouse slip. I meant to use a bishop there. That's unfortunate. Should have been able to defend that one. Okay, let's be ambitious. We're going to allow knight c2. No, and also allow queen at e2. I think it's time to go. I've played enough. Alright, bit of a loose game. I've got to get going, guys. So, hope you've enjoyed the streams this morning. I'll be posting them up onto the channel. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining.